In Too Dumb to Parent news.
Oh,
that's a lot of people.
Shit.
Submitted by Greetings from Norway.
Oh, Norway.
I don't know.
No way.
No way.
With your fjords and shit.
I want to go to Norway.
Fucking open face sandwiches.
I'm hungry. A couple who were previously deemed unfit to parent due to their low IQ have regained. I'm sorry.
you gotta commit. Follow through.
In custody of their children.
What? So they make parents take IQ tests?
Yeah.
Well, maybe because they fucked up some way somehow, and then they had to take the test.
It was because one person complained that they weren't attentive enough. And then so they made them take IQ tests. And so the average IQ ranges from 90 to 110. The mom scored 72 and the dad scored 66.
Oh shit.
I actually like this. I feel like to be a parent, you should have to take a parenting test. And maybe not IQ based.
Yeah, not
but
IQ.
more like common sense, like if your friends ask you to go to the club and your kid's 1 year old, what do you do?
And you have no babysitter.
A lot of people will lie. They'll be like, well, obviously I would, you know.
Yeah, but there's people that still can't even pass that. Like there's even like on the firearms test, a lot of it's common sense. When you find a gun on the floor, do you put the tip of the gun in your mouth and pull the trigger?
Of course.
And there's some people that actually fail that shit. So I think like if they can at least have that, then half the people that shouldn't be having kids in this situation probably weed out at least like 50% of the idiots.
What is the IQ of somebody who is slightly mentally challenged? Because if it's like 60 and 70 is a really close number to that.
I think that test is the determination. Anything below that is mentally challenged.
Oh shit.
That's why they're saying if you have two mentally challenged parents, it's a danger.
What does this IQ test consist of though? Like it's like that saying where if you judge a fish's intelligence on how he climbs a tree, you know? Like one person might not necessarily know all the requirements.
Shitty ass fish, you returning that shit back to the pet shop. Fucking useless.
Some like super hick ass Alabama person. Am I allowed to say that?
They're like logic tests.
They're just problem solving. Yeah, it's not all language based because sometimes it's shapes too and colors.
A lot of it's shapes and colors. So it'll be like a triangle, right? Like a black triangle. And just like the kid's toy, which one of these shapes go in there?
Circle.
So,
Because before it was biased.
See, they say it with that type of confidence too. Yeah. Circle.
Like I would say like maybe in the 60s or 70s it was biased because they would have questions like do you first put the duvet in this or whatever in that which order, but then minorities would be like what is a duvet? I don't even own one.
I don't even know.
I don't even have a blanket.
Yeah, but then now they changed the IQ test to be more universal and not so based on.
They should have asked the real question for an Asian person. Which side of the furry blanket is more soft? The bright colored one or the dull colored one?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the colcha for us in Spanish.
Yeah.
See, we all would have known.
Was there a tiger or a bear on it?
Oh, I had the tiger one.
I had the tiger.
I had the roses.
I had the koala and the roses.
Yeah, the roses.
I had a brown koala one. That shit was dope as fuck.
That shit is so comfortable.
It is. It's so warm.
You know, I need a new one. I have one that's all black, but it's like falling
And you
apart.
put it in the dryer. And it got fried.
No, it's actually, it's hanging on there, but like some of the fuzzy pieces is starting to fall off because I've had it for more than 10 years. So
Damn, I need to get
falling
that
apart.
shit from back home, dude. I gotta start using it. It's so tacky looking.
Her mom knows where to get them at.
I gotta go to Tijuana and then at the border they're selling it on the side.
Just go to any flea market, man.
That's true.
They're all there. They're just hanging on there.
The alleys. Yeah, so this couple here, someone complained that they weren't attentive enough to their kids because they have a 4-year-old and an 11-month-old.
That's pretty low IQ though, like 60 and 70.
Yeah, but I guess what they're arguing is like, I don't need to be intelligent to be a good parent.
Yes,
is what
you
the
do.
mom is saying.
You do.
Mom is saying that.
You don't have to be intelligent, but you can't be the R word.
And you have to be
Really fun?
competent.
Yeah.
You have to be competent.
Yeah.
With good common sense. I feel like there's even intelligent people who just don't fucking have any common sense whatsoever. So this guy can be a fucking genius based on his IQ.
Yeah.
But probably doesn't know how to take care of a kid.
They should do that on both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Like if your IQ's too high, you still can't. You should have
Oh yeah, I agree. I
If
agree.
your IQ's too low, you shouldn't have
It
kids.
just needs to be like common sense type stuff.
Very hard thing to test.
Like, do you smoke cigarettes while you're splashing gasoline on yourself? Probably not.
Let me think about that.
Yeah.
I don't know though if you know animals can have kids and all that stuff.
But they don't live in a civilization and they rape each other and steal from each other, and that's okay.
True.
And it's instinct. A lot of them are just instinct.
How'd they get their kids back? Like, what deemed them fit suddenly?
Since they had gotten their kids taken away for so long, because it was about 4 years.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and as soon as the second kid was born, like right away they took him away.
Oh, damn.
You're too stupid.
After all this time, they've been having like supervised visits, and then they observe how well they parent these kids and if they're capable of even raising them on their own. And so apparently after all this time, they found that they are able to raise them on their own. It's not just IQ based.
We're assuming that because they have low IQ, they're also not disciplined people. But that's not, you can't assume that. Like, they might be really disciplined and, you know.
Yeah, because they're saying during those supervised visits that they cited minor parenting deficiencies, including not reading enough to the kids during the supervised visits, or giving or taking away treats as a method of discipline, and alternating who played with the boys during their 5-hour visits at the state office. Like, apparently those were the minor parenting deficiencies. But
No one read to me.
I feel like I failed all of it.
Yeah, no one read to me.
Not to me either.
I had to read by myself.
Yeah, so they're just saying like these are ordinary things that people do on a daily basis. It's not like enough to get your kids taken away.
But for
Yeah.
4 years, what the fuck?
Yo,
Yeah.
I'd be sick.
Wait, where's this at?
Oregon.
Oregon.
I went to the Huntington Library and shit, and I saw.
I still never been there, you know,
No, bro.
wanna
It's
go.
it's just a nice place, especially to take Taika and stroller, just walk around. It's really fucking nice.
Yeah.
There's this. I saw this couple with kids, and this dad had a picnic blanket, and he had the kid on his lap, and he was reading the kid a book. I was like, God damn, I never seen that.
Are they white?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Like, I was like, God damn. Like, I always saw that shit on TV. I saw that person do it, and this kid was just like so happy, like he was on drugs.
That's
Taika
tight.
likes when you
She,
read to him
she
too.
reads to him.
Damn, that's crazy.
He's like looking at the pictures and he's just like,
Oh, I'm just imagining like the perfect like red checkerboard basket with the little wicker, or I mean, blanket with the whisker basket, and like just.
I'm just gonna read him like fucking like Tupac lyrics and shit. That'd be tight. That's why I fucked your bitch, you fat motherfucker. Get money. Yeah.
So this is Amy and Eric, the parents.
Why is the baby looking the other way?
Well, they blur out the faces anyways.
Yeah.
So here's a newborn.
They don't look dumb.
So that's the parents.
They don't look dumb. They look like an OG fucking crip ass couple or something.
Oh my gosh.
Like an OG gangster couple though.
I don't. As long as they're sweet to the kid and they're trying. I mean, like, IQ isn't everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you can't assume intent and everything based off of IQ
Because
because.
they're saying like the kids were safe. Like they made sure that they were taken care of. Like there were no safety issues.
What was
That kid looks
what was
healthy.
what was the alarming thing that
Who's that snitch ass bitch?
That's what I want to know, and I don't know that either. It's just like
Because if it's like minor things and they could take your kid away, that's crazy. But if
That
it was
system
like
failed them.
you put the baby in the oven and you turn it on or something like that, that's pretty crazy.
Their neighbors are probably like fucking abusing the shit out of the kid, and no one's looking at them.
Maybe
They was
they were
13 kids.
annoyed.
Yeah.
Like their neighbors are annoyed of them or something, and then they
Yeah.
used it as a way. Or maybe they just didn't like them.
Having too much fun.
Ball faces.
yeah, but luckily they have their kids back now, so that's good.
I didn't know you could take kids away just from IQ. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Fucking weird. Oregon, like you got fucking other crazy shit. Why are you? Oh no, he.
Because there's like a
didn't
lot
rate
of
to them.
people who have high IQ, but they're lazy as fuck, so that IQ doesn't go in, like it doesn't even get used.
Oh yeah, that's true too. They didn't
Yeah.
take that into consideration.
Yeah, I wonder if there is any type of test like parenting.
Like laziness test?
Yeah, I think they should take away kids for laziness more than IQ.
True.
And they should also just sterilize people who have a past of fucking up their kids.
for sure.
Because there's some dumbass parents like my mom, but works really hard.
your mom's not dumb.
She was proud of her IQ score. And then,
What was it?
yeah, if it was in Oregon, I would have got taken away.
Did she do an IQ score?
Yeah, she told me. I think she took it when she was in college. It was 80.
Oh shit.
Is that on the low end or normal?
I think 92.
90 to 110
Is normal?
is
It
average.
was on the low end, but she worked really hard to provide what she could provide for me as a single mom, and she did a really good job.
But she was proud of her 80.
Yeah.
I feel like it's because your mom is too like Confucius for shit, because the question would be like, does this circle go into this triangle? Well, it depends. What is the material made out of? You know what I mean? Is this for the spirit or the mind? Like, okay, what the fuck? Answer the question. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the circle is just a figment of imagination, not real.
Is it made of ginseng or not?
Did she take the IQ test in Taiwan?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she did.
Oh, damn.
Because I was gonna say, if she took it here, maybe her English wasn't that great.
She took it over there. She also told me,
tried.
like, she was like, the only reason I was good at math is because I memorized it all.
Oh, no.
Well, she didn't actually learn.
I don't think so.
Well, that's most Asian teaching though, in math.
Do you guys know your IQ?
I've never taken the test.
Pretty sure mine is roughly about a low 76.
What's the highest? Like Einstein and all the genius?
Like 150 or something, huh?
I think Einstein was like 180 or something, but there's people that are up to 200.
There's those dumbass people who are like their IQ might be high, but every time like they get into an argument with anyone, they dismiss you. They're like, well, I have an IQ of 142, so I know what I'm talking about. Like, shut the fuck
Well,
up.
142 IQ, but emotional intelligence is 61.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
hate the
important
people
too.
who brag about their IQ, like my IQ or like the same people who are like, I'm a member of Mensa.
Well, I'll still kick your ass.
Yeah, right.
And that's what a low IQ person says.
I've seen people put on their Instagram bio, member of Mensa. Congratulations, bitch. You still don't
What is Mensa? It sounds like
Dumb girl.
That's what it means in Spanish. It means a dumb girl.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like a genius committee, though.
It's a high IQ committee.
Yeah. But it's also like bragging about like, well, I'm a Yelp elite. It's basically fucking that, you know?
Because Mensa sounds like a really dope tampon.
For men.
Yeah.
For men.
Where can we, because I think I've taken those IQ online tests, but I heard that they're not good. You
Yeah.
gotta go to like a legit place.
Like institution
Yeah, yeah.
and then.
I want to take one. I want to
We
see.
should all go.
I
feel
refuse
like
to take
my
one because I'm scared.
IQ Same.
Yep.
We'll go get something to eat.
Yeah. Or we'll take it together and then we'll just tear ours up after.
I think the online ones are pretty close to range, though. Like, they'll be like 10 points to 15 points off.
Is that big though? 10 and 15? Is that a big?
I think it's a pretty big difference though.
Like 92 to fucking like 70 something.
It's not, I mean, the categories have ranges. So you'll still be within the same cat. Like, if you know if you're like smart or genius or dumb or the R word, like, you'll still fall within those.
Really fun.
Yeah.